Impeachment is big news, justifiably so. But the battle cries around it have drowned out another momentous event with important lessons for the 2020 campaign: last week's seismic British elections. The simplest way to understand the UK results is to look at one fact. Even though the Conservatives ended up with their largest majority in Parliament since 1987, the overall vote for the party went up from 2017 by just 1 percentage point. The Labour Party, however, dropped from 2017 by 8 points, a collapse of historic proportions. Labour ended up with its fewest seats in 84 years. There are several reasons for Labour's collapse. The party was led by Jeremy Corbyn, who is a dour, uncharismatic radical and has been dogged by accusations of anti-Semitism. His opponent, Boris Johnson, is colourful and lively, having been a popular mayor of London. But Johnson's victory was paved by more than personality. It had to do with two strategic decisions that were risky but paid off. Johnson clarified and simplified the election, making it a referendum on Brexit. He purged his party of moderates on this issue and said to the public, "Vote Tory to get Brexit done." 3 words. Labour's position on Brexit was, by contrast, totally muddled. In politics, a simple, clear message will always trump a complex, murky one. Remember, build the wall? 3 words. Johnson's second strategic decision was to shift the Conservative Party's positions on economic policy. Under David Cameron and Theresa May, the Tories had been cutting spending through a sweeping set of austerity measures. Johnson junked all that, promising to increase government spending on everything from the National Health Service to schools to potholes. That second bet worked spectacularly. The Conservatives won over large swaths of the working class, voters who might have shared the Tories' skepticism about Europe, but who could never vote for a party whose economic message was resolutely free market. In 2016, Trump similarly campaigned as an economic populist, embracing left-wing positions on trade, Social Security, and Medicare. He was able to gain working-class votes in Democratic states while keeping traditional Republican voters with him. The Trump Republican Party is now a coalition of free market types and working-class populists. There's a tension between the two groups, but polarization and party loyalty are so great that there appears to be little danger that traditional Republicans will abandon Trump for a Democrat. Now, the Democrats have a larger base than Britain's Labour Party, but because of the Electoral College, they face the same vulnerability, losing socially conservative working-class voters in a number of crucial states. And they're doing little to address this vulnerability. Democrats keep arguing over economic policy, lurching ever leftward, but the public is largely supportive of the party's existing positions on these issues: allow people to buy into Medicare, fix America's infrastructure, tax the rich a bit more, increase the minimum wage. The party's Achilles heel is immigration. Half of the Democratic candidates have said they want to decriminalize illegal border crossings, and even more want to give undocumented immigrants free health care. Large majorities of the country disagree with these policies, and you can expect Trump to turn this into a wedge issue. The irony, thus, is that the Republican Party, like the Tories, has become ideologically a bigger tent party, while the Democrats, historically defined as a large coalition, are ideologically narrow on the issues that might well define the 2020 election.